like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A 3-yard.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And a Packer first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers was complete to Devin Funchess. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
From 21 yards away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 11 now. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 59 yards.
1st down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Crosby for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the 1st half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 6-10 seconds now on the clock. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop. Now we got a football game going.
We're throwing out a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with it punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a game.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
He's taken
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. The Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll try to run the option here. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Packers 21, Vikings 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And a Packer 1st down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Launches with a catch over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll keep on the run with Jones. timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
This is Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home